Principles of CLT. Burns, 1919. 1. Language teaching is based on a view of language as communication. That is, language is seen as social tool that speaker use to make meaning. Speaker communicate about something to someone for some purpose, either orally or in writing. Diversity is recognized and accepted as a part of a language. Development and use in second language learners and users as it is with first language user. 3. A learner competence is considered in relative, not in absolute terms. Theory of language. The communicative approach in language teaching starts from a theory of language as communication. The focus of linguistic theory was to characterize the abstract abilities speakers possess that enable them to produce grammatically correct sentences in a language. His theory of communicative competence was a definition of what a speaker needs to know in order to be communicatively competent in a speech community. Michael Halliday. Linguistics is concerned with description of speech, acts, or text, which science only thought the study of language in use are all the function of language, and therefore all components of meaning brought into focus. Canal and Swain. Communicative competence as global competence that subsume four separate but related competency: grammatical, social-linguistic, discourse, and strategic. Characteristic of the communicative view of language. First, language is a system of expression of meaning. Second, the primary function of language is allow interaction and communication. Third, the structure of language reflects its functional and communicative uses. Fourth, the primary units of language are not merely its grammatical and structural feature, but categories of functional and communicative meaning as exemplified the discourse. 3 kinds of materials. Richard and Rogers, 2002. 1. Text-based materials. Textbook designed to direct and support CLT. Text from syllabus. Second, a typical lesson consists of theme as an analysis for thematic development, asking questions to obtain clarification, and practice situation description, stimulus presentation, and comprehension question. Second, text-based materials. We can use exercise handbook, cue card and activity card, pair communication practice materials. Some provide drills and practice materials in interactional forms. 3. Realia is a push for authenticity, based from the belief that language classroom is intended as a preparation for survival in the real world. Use of authentic from life material in the classroom. Language-based realia, sign, magazines, advertisement, newspaper. Graphic or visual sources, map, pictures, symbols, chart, graphs. Current communicative language teaching. 1990 to the present. Since the 1990s, the communicative approach has been widely implemented. Communicative language teaching has continued to improve as our understanding of the process of the second language learning has developed. 7 core assumptions of current communicative language teaching. First, 1. Second language learning is facilitated when learners are engaged in interaction and meaningful communication. Number 2, Effective classroom learning tasks and exercises provide opportunities for students to negotiate meaning, expand their language resources, notice how language is used, and take part in meaningful exchange. 3. Meaningful communication result from students processing content that is relevant, purposeful, interesting, and engaging. 4. Communication is a holistic process that often calls upon the use of several language skills of modalities. 5. Language learning is facilitated by both activities that involve inductive or discovery learning of underlying rules of language use and organization. 6. Learners develop their own road to language learning, progress at different rates, and have different needs and motivation for language learning. 7. Success language learning involves the use of effective learning and communication strategies. Extension of CLT. 1. Process-based methodologies. There is 2. Content-based construction or CPI. Second, text-based instruction or TBI. Second, product-based methodologies. There is 2. Text-based instruction. Second, competency-based instruction.